Greetings, comrades. My name is Charlotte Cates. I'm the International Coordinator of Samidoun Palestinian Prisoner Solidarity Network, and I'm honored to be here with you today at this International Assembly Against Imperialism in support of the Palestinian Resistance, marking the 100th anniversary of the passing of the great revolutionary Vladimir Lenin. Of course, we are not alone in marking that anniversary, in remembering the life and struggle of Lenin, but also continuing to implement his theory and his practice toward revolutionary liberation from imperialism and capitalism here and everywhere around the world. And of course, the Palestinian prisoners and the Palestinian people are also with us there. Inside the Zionist jails, we often say that the Palestinian prisoners turn them into revolutionary schools, just like all of the great revolutionaries of the international Arab and Palestinian struggle are eagerly read, analyzed, and discussed among Palestinian prisoners in order to develop their own revolutionary analysis and continued struggle for the liberation of Palestine. Of course, we are having this meeting today at a particularly critical moment, indeed, a revolutionary moment. Of course, this is also a moment of genocidal horror, when the true face of imperialism and Zionism cannot be denied by anybody around the world. The images of children being slaughtered, of schools and hospitals, mosques and churches, residential buildings and universities being razed to the ground by Zionist forces using the bombs, helicopters, and airplanes provided to them by US imperialism and its imperialist partners in Canada, Britain, France, and Germany show very clearly the nature of imperialism as a ruthless, rapacious system built on the destruction and dispossession of peoples and the confiscation of their wealth, resources, and lives in order for a few members of the ruling class to profit. Today, that is very clear in the genocide that is taking place in Gaza. And it is also very clear, however, that we are part not only of a moment of horror, but a moment of revolutionary upsurge. The heroic Palestinian operation on the 7th of October shook the foundations of Zionism and imperialism in the region. Today, the struggle is not only taking place in Gaza and not only in occupied Palestine, in Lebanon, where the Lebanese resistance led by Hezbollah is fighting, of course, in revolutionary Yemen, where the Yemeni people, their government, their armed forces, and the Ansarullah movement are shutting down and blockading the blockaders, the sanctioners, and the exploiters by refusing to allow traffic to go through to the Zionist ports during this genocide, insisting on breaking the siege, and refusing to bow down to the threats, bombs, and terrorist designations of the imperialists. To Iraq, where the resistance forces continue to fight to liberate all of their land from US occupation, to Syria and beyond. The entire region is rising up and presenting a future that can be free of Zionism and imperialism. We have seen the truly destructive nature of the wounded beast of imperialism since October 7th. And October 7th was a momentous and heroic action for many reasons, and it was undertaken for many reasons by the Palestinian resistance to break the siege, to end once and for all the attempt to liquidate the Palestinian cause, to put an end to normalization between reactionary Arab regimes and the Zionist project, but also and quite fundamentally and centrally to liberate the thousands upon thousands of Palestinian prisoners locked inside Zionist jails, subject to torture, subjected to ongoing medical neglect and abuse, denied access to their families, isolated, children, men, women, elders, people of all generations, fundamentally of the Palestinian popular classes. The Palestinian prisoners are not only victims of the occupation, they are also resistance leaders, and the resistance is fighting for their liberation. I invite all of you to join with us in organizing for the liberation of Palestinian prisoners as part and parcel of the liberation of Palestine from the river to the sea, the liberation of the Arab nation and the region from imperialism, and the liberation of humanity. The Palestinian resistance have opened the door to a new revolutionary movement and a new revolutionary moment, and it is up to all of us to build the movement necessary to stand with them to achieve victory and liberation.